breathe through your nose as you inhale, and you can exhale however you like. Go ahead and take a few more deep breaths. And go ahead and open your eyes. And I'm going to come forward slightly on my chair and sit up nice and tall. I have my ankles under my knees, I have my shoulders over my hips, and I'm pulling up out of my waist. There might be a slight arch to my low back, but pretty much it's a neutral spine. And I like to let those shoulders settle back and down. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back and down. Now let's go ahead and begin with a nice namaste circle. You can gently look up at those hands. Press the palms together, hands to heart. Let's do that one more time. Well, welcome, welcome. We're going to start with our energy taps. So remember, these are meridians that we're waking up. So the very first one is stomach 2. It's right below your pupils, and I know you can't look at your pupils, but just imagine where they are. It's up on your cheekbone, but not so close to your eyes. So right here. Everybody looks good. And as we tap, we breathe in. We're going to tap for 3 breaths. So in through the nose. And then you take your fingertips and you drop down and find your collarbone. And then you just drop down into that little dip. It's a space between your collarbone and your first rib. It's a little depression. That's K27, kidney 27. Some people don't like the feeling of tapping, so you can always massage as well. But I'm going to go ahead and tap or thump my fingertips. 3 breaths. Very nice. The next one is on the sternum, right here. This is to wake up the immune system. This is the thymus. And we just take one hand here, 3 breaths. And I really thump this one. I give this one a pretty good tap. And our last thump is spleen 21, I think. I don't remember the number, but it's right here or anywhere under here. So you can tap wherever it feels good, wherever it feels like you need it. So I just kind of move back and forth here. And then we, excuse me, we go ahead and we hook ourselves up. So we're getting those central and governing energies to run in the direction they run. So take your middle finger, put it in your third eye, right, sort of between your eyes and a little bit higher, sort of between your eyebrows. And then I take my other middle finger and I put it towards the upper part of my navel. And as I take a breath, I draw in and up. Oh, it's nice to hear the breathing. We're going to do 5 here. And just relax. Now, if you start to do these on a regular basis, you'll feel that hookup. You'll feel yourself almost like you fall forward a little bit. You'll just feel that it's enough. So some people do it for 7 or 8 breaths. Some people are hooked up in 4. So you'll intuit that at some point if you do it regularly. All right, so here we go. Let's roll shoulders up, back and down. And let's go ahead and take our fingertips to our shoulders. Nice. Good job. And let's go ahead and do our neck exercises. We're just going to do our regular ones that we normally do. So we're going to gently look up. Nice inhale. And as you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. You don't have to go real deep as we begin. The range of motion will increase as we do this. Back up. And down. And up. And down. And come center. And let's look off to the left. And then center and off to the right. Just keep your breath flowing. Sitting up tall, as if a string were attached to the top of your head and it's drawing your head towards the heavens. Last one off to the left. Come center and off to the right. Now, as we take our left ear towards our left shoulder, just to remind the right shoulder not to come up, I'm going to grab my chair and hold it because I want that shoulder to stay down. So I take a nice breath in, left ear to left shoulder. Come center, switch arms, right ear to right shoulder. Back to center. And this time we're just going to hold it there a little bit because the body likes to know where it's going, and then the muscles release. So left ear to left shoulder. Take a breath here and release. One more breath. And draw that ear back up. Right ear to right shoulder. Nice breath. Second breath. And bring that ear back up. All right, one more time. Off to the left. You might find that it goes a little further now. One more breath here. And back up center. Last time. One more breath. And come center. Shoulders back and down. So we're going to include our jaw jut or chin tuck today. So remember, and what we're doing is what we tend to do, what gravity tends to have us do, is to jut our jaw out like this. This is where we're going to start. And then we're going to draw that chin in slightly. It's as if you're trying to bring your the tips of your earlobes over your shoulders. And so we're gonna come back. So we have a gliding motion in the neck. So first of all, we jut out, exhaling, and then draw that chin in, and the back of the skull comes back. Nice posture here. And we're gonna hold for about 3 seconds. And we're gonna do about 4 more of these. Jut your jaw out, and then draw that chin in and slightly down. And we're gonna hold that for a moment, and then 1 more. This is 3. I exhale there usually, and I inhale as I glide back. Exhaling forward, drawing back, and 1 more. Exhaling forward, and as we draw back, let's hold this one a little longer. 2, 3, 4, and relax. All right, roll shoulders back and down. And let's do an easy cat-cow. So bring hands to the back of the head. You can interlace your hands if you like. And we take a nice, open the chest, open the heart, lean back just a little, and then don't pull on your head, just let the elbows hang. Chin to chest, exhaling there. Inhaling as we come up, and exhaling as we draw that chin towards the chest. Up, last time, and exhaling chin to chest. And release those hands. Now we're going to do something nice for ourselves. So in that space where the hard skull meets the soft neck tissue, it's that ridge, let's go ahead and take just the pads of our fingers and do little circular rubs from the center out to the outside. Just go back and forth a little bit. This is an area that gets very tight, gets overstretched. And 1 more. Keep your breath flowing. And then go ahead and take your fingertips one more time and just gently down the spine, just rubbing little circles or side to side, whatever feels good. And then I take my fingertips and I do a little bit of, I guess it's a little massage. I'm kind of tightening my fingertips around the traps up here. They tend to get tight. And then I dig my fingertips in and kind of dig them into the tissue. That kind of hurts a little, but it helps to release the muscle. And then I just let my hands pull the shoulders back and down. All right, we're here, we're ready. All right, so let's go ahead, circle around. And we're gonna extend arms out. And fingers up and down. We're flapping our wings. Keep your breath flowing, and then let's go ahead and take them up and down. A little bigger movement. Up and down. And let's go ahead and do a few cross body movements, little figure 8s here. And let yourself sway in the chair. Get the torso involved up here. And then just bring your hands back to your lap. Let's take hands in front of heart. Press the palms together. And go ahead and take those fingertips in towards your heart. And then down towards the floor, just to where they'll go. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more. And then interlace your fingers and press them away from your heart. Bring them back in, and we're going to press off to the right. Back in, press off to the left. And press off to the front. Stay here and gently take your arms overhead. Now if that's a big stretch, you can always bend your elbows. And I'm gonna shoot for the challenge, which is to straighten my arms. And I'm gonna unlace my fingers, I'm gonna climb the rope. You can look up. And then just bring your hands back down. Now I'm gonna ask you to interlace your fingers the other way. Whatever way you did it before, just interlace them. It'll feel odd, because we always interlace our fingers the same way. So if you just interlace your fingers the way it feels good, see what thumb is on top. Then just switch that interlace. So now you have the other thumb on top, and it'll feel very odd, because we don't generally do that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and push it out again. Off to the right, off to the left, and then off to the front. One more time, we're gonna come up. Nice inhale here, release those fingers, and now I want you to go ahead and take the left hand and grab the right wrist and draw up out of the waist, and just a little bend off to the left. Nice breath, and then back up. Grab the other wrist, pull up out of your waist, nice and tall. You get a better stretch that way. And back up. And then arms out. Flip up the left palm so it's facing up. And we're just gonna lean in that direction. Keep sitting bones on the chair. And then as we switch to the other side, we switch our palms. So palm up on the left. Now palm down on the left, up on the right. One more time. This is our lean quotient. And come back center. Take fingertips to shoulders. Roll them back and down. All right, good job. Let's do a couple cat-cows, regular cat-cows. So you notice that my feet are slightly apart, and I have my knees above my ankles, and I have my shoulders above my hips. And that's where we start. All right, as we look up and inhale, open the heart, and there's that little arch in the low back. And then as we exhale, our hands are gonna come forward, shoulders are gonna round, chin is gonna move to chest. Now you can go at your own pace. We're gonna do 2 more of these. One more. Rounding like a Halloween cat. And then come center. All right, let's get our arms stretched out one more time. So go ahead and take that left arm, make that fist with the thumb up. And as we come off to the left, we're gonna open our fingers. Now, even with my shoulder here, I'm gonna take my arm just a little further back, and I'm gonna flex that. So I'm gonna try and point my fingertips as far to behind me as I can. Not my arm, just my fingertips. And then I'm gonna close that hand back up, and now I'm gonna close those fingers back in. Let's do that one more time. Put your breath with it this time. Now arm comes a little behind the front body and flex. You get a little more stretch that way. And then forward and close those fingers. And shake that arm out. Ragdoll. And let's do the right arm. So the breath powers the movement. So as I inhale, I give some power to my movement. A little behind the back body, flex the hands. And then back. And close the fingers. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then close that back up. And you don't have to breathe with me. Just keep your breath flowing. And then shake those arms, those shoulders out. How's everybody feel? Good. Mm-hmm. All right, so feet just a little wider, and we're gonna go ahead and take our left shoulder towards our right knee. get a little upper back stretch. Other side. And now come center, walk those feet in, and let's go ahead and take knees towards chest. Stretch of the low back. If you want a little more stretch in the neck, you can bend your head towards your knee. You can go behind the leg if it feels better to hold it there. So see what works for you. Last time on each side. All right, and stir the pot. So out our feet come again. So stir the pot is like a moving cat-cow, right? So we start with what we just did. We start by taking a shoulder, our left shoulder to our right knee, and then we just move around. And as we get over to this side, we do that Halloween cat back. Navel moves towards the back body. Let's do that again. And you can make little circles or big circles. Big circles tend to get a little bit more of the low back. Navel to spine as we move back. Chest and heart open as we move forward. One more. And come center. And then of course we have to reverse it. One more. And come center. Very nice. Let's do our cross crawl. So that means I'm going to take my right elbow towards my left knee, and then I'm going to reverse it. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a lift. This gets our heart rate up. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can lift those knees a little higher, or you can just keep it low, whatever suits you today. You want a little cross to this. You want the elbows to cross the midline of the body. And if you can get your knees moving in towards the midline, that's good too. Nice. All right, so now we've woken up our brain, right? So it's time for our challenge, and let's hope that I can do this. This is not the hand challenge. This is Tatis's, it's a crossover movement, and I will do my best to cue it. We'll go very slow the first time. So we start by taking left arm up and right leg forward. And then we just do that on the other side like we always do. And then we take our left arm out and our right arm out. So we're on a kind of a John Travolta kick here. And then left arm down, and right leg forward. And then left arm on the diagonal, right foot comes straight out, and reverse that. Now, left arm forward, right arm forward, other side. And now we're gonna tap with the left on our knee as that leg comes forward, and now tap the other side. Now we're gonna do doubles. Both arms, right leg. Both arms, left leg. Elbows go back. This I find easier for some reason, because we're not doing as much crossover. And now diagonally, and then elbows back, last time. You guys look great. I think we're getting this. Do you? Do you guys feel like you're getting this a little bit? Okay, let's do it one more time. Charlotte, you haven't been here, so it's gonna feel funny. Just have fun with it.
But it is easier with both arms.
It is, because it's not that crossover movement. So we'll go real slow for starters. Left arm, right leg. It's a soldier march, right? And then we reverse it. Okay, now we're gonna do a diagonal. There you go, good job. Stay in your chair. And then down. This is where I always get a little confused. And then forward with one. You guys look great. And then tap one knee and tap the other knee. See that crossover movement? Now doubles. Get your breath going. And then elbows. Elbows diagonally. You can just follow my body because I'm mirroring you, and then elbows. So if that helps you, I'm mirroring you, so if this leg goes out, that's the leg that's going out on you. I'll say left leg, but it's gonna be your right leg, okay? So you just follow my movement if that helps. Good job, everybody. All right. And you don't look happy about this. All right, let's see, let's go ahead and do a few, sun salutations. I know I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, teacup, I wanted to do teacup. All right, so let's go ahead and take that left arm up. And we're holding a cup of tea, right? All right, so it goes out and around. It comes down through the middle of this 8 we're drawing. And then the fingertips point in towards our ribs. Now here's the hard part. That's where that's inner rotation of the shoulder. Let's do that again. And put your breath with it. Comes back up and around. And one more. And stop up here. And shake that arm up. All right, hold that tea. We're trying not to spill the tea, right? So we come around and down through the middle, and then we point those fingertips in towards our ribs. And now this is the hard part right there, isn't it? We're still trying to hold that teacup. And down through the middle, point the fingertips in, out and around. And one more time, down, fingertips in, out and around. Stretch and shake it out. All right, so that's a quick one, because I know we're videoing this and I want you to remember that teacup, all right? All right. So, sun salutations, here we go. Circle arms up and around, hands to touch, palms press together, hands to heart. Cactus arms, squeeze those shoulder blades towards one another, and now we're gonna hover as we lean forward slightly with a flat back, and then hands to lap and a little bit more forward, flat back, no rounded shoulders, and back up, and then chest to lap if that's available to you. Left arm comes out, and it can stay at the side or it can go all the way up, whatever works for you, and down. Right arm comes out to the side and all the way up if that's available, and down. Now you can use your hands to bring yourself back up, circle around, palms to touch, hands to heart. Let's do another. Cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades. Forward fold and hold. Hands to lap a little farther forward. And back up. And all the way down. Left arm goes up. And right arm goes up. And down. And now this time I'm not going to use I'm going to challenge myself, I'm not going to use my legs to come up with my arms. Inhaling, hands to heart. Let's do another. Hover and hold, a little further down, and back up, and all the way down. Left arm up, and down. Right arm up, and down, and come back up, and circle around, hands to heart. We'll do 2 more of these. You guys look great. Hover and hold, hands to lap a little further down, come all the way up, and all the way down. Left arm up, right arm up. Now as we come up, let's hold our hands up here for a moment. Hold our arms up and go ahead and take one arm forward and one arm back. Bring them back up overhead and switch arms. The other arm comes forward and the other arm goes back and back up. And last one. Hands to heart, cactus arms, squeezing shoulder blades, slightly forward, flat back, a little further forward, flat back, back up, all the way down. Right arm up, left arm up. Oh, I said the wrong arms. Oh, well, luckily, you guys are with me. Come around to cactus arms. Now we're gonna look off to the left, little twist, and off to the right to complete our sides and hands to heart. Nice. All right, so I want to do something new today. First of all, you know how we pony? So this is that little soleus muscle in the back. And we're gonna do something today. It starts with both toes going up. And this is nice and slow. It actually can be a little quicker than slow. It doesn't have to be slow, because what we're doing is trying to build that muscle as well as exercise it. So there's a challenge to this, and if this is very easy for you, then the challenge is this. You take your arms and you put them on your thighs, flat back here, no arch in it, just a neutral spine, and now you do the same thing with a little weight. Now if this ends up being a little bit too much, then you can just go back and do it without the weight on your lap. This is a great muscle to work. It uses a lot of energy, and it's so important for walking, standing, sitting, all those things. Now I'm gonna double check, just to check posture, because posture is so important in yoga. So I'm gonna look, are my ankles below my knees, or are my feet far back like this, or are they far forward like this? I want those ankles right under those knees. I'm gonna do a couple more, just in case you weren't aligned. That looks good. Nice, you guys. All right, and come up, circle arms around. Now let's do a flying cat-cow, okay? So open up those arms, open up the chest, little arch to the low back. And now round. And we're turning our palms up towards the sky. Now back, open up. Palms up towards the sky. And exhaling, chin to chest. See if you can turn the palms up the opposite way. Last time. And then round. Come to the center and shake it out. Let's do ragdoll. All right, I think we're ready to come to stand. Everybody feel good? Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to do our sit to stands, but remember what we did last time? I wanna do that again. So instead of doing 10 fast sit to stands, this one, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna stand up. You can put your hands here. Now, if you can't lower all the way down, that's fine, but the object of this one is to very, very, very slowly lower your seat back into the seat. And you don't want to plop down if you can avoid it. You want to just set yourself down and sit up. So we stand back up, and we see how slow we can go. It's quite a challenge, you notice that? And the legs, a lot of times they want to come in or they want to go out. Your job is to try and keep them pointing, the knees pointing forward. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? To look down there and see what your legs are doing. I'm going to do 2 more. And of course, you can stop at any time. If you find this rigorous, that's probably a good thing. While the muscle's contracting, it's getting shorter, and that's harder for the body to do. That's eccentric movement. 1 more time up. And really slow. Let's make this last one really slow. And if you're tired, take a break. All right, and shake it out. Everybody feel good? 1 last cat-cow. We'll just do a regular one. So just looking up. And we do this because why? It brings us back to a neutral spine, right? It brings us back into alignment. All right, let's come to standing. I'm gonna take my chair to the side, but you guys can stand behind your chairs. Alright, so we'll do a little pony again, just to, that's good. Good to warm up. I think that's in one of the home sheets, isn't it? Ponying is. This is just a really good one to keep our calves and ankles supple and strong. The feet take so much abuse. Alright, so then we're gonna come up on toes and back on heels. They don't have to come up real high. Now to make it a compound movement so we get more bang for our buck, we take one arm up, still holding the chair, and the other arm up. This would be called locust, I think. Alternate your arms. One more. Now we're gonna come up on both toes, and we're just gonna see about holding that for a moment. Now this is a balance challenge, so you can see, I just really tap the chair because I don't have a lot of balance. Especially if I come up high on my toes, I don't have a lot of balance in this one. But I can certainly challenge myself better today, right? It's hard not to roll to the inner or outer edge, depending on how strong your ankles are. You notice when we're doing balancing, you're always wobbling, because the body is always looking for homeostasis. It's always looking for that middle place. So balance is never very quiet and still, or rarely is it. It usually involves looking for that center place, and down. Let's do one more up. Yeah, that's a good one. And down. All right. Shake it out. And what are some of our things that we do to shake out? We have ski. That gets the side of the waist. We have marching. So when we've worked the back of our legs, this is a great one. We have butt kicks when we work the front of our legs. I mean, it's all good, right? And then, I love this one, is hula hoop. And if we go one direction, we gotta go the other way. All right, let's strengthen calves. We're gonna do just, we've been doing 6. See if we can do 7, and again, make it your own. You can do as many as you feel able. So I've got one foot up off the ground, so the leg that's closest to the chair is my weight-bearing leg. So I'm gonna come up on my ball of my foot and down. Up and down. 3, 4, 5, I'm not gonna try and balance here. 6, 7. Nice. Other side. Weight-bearing leg is now the outside leg. Inside leg just rests on the back of on the tendon there. Up and down. Good old Achilles. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Good job. Shake it out. All right, walking gait today. So I'm gonna, once again, put the weight in the chair, in the leg that's closest to the chair. And I'm gonna toe point forward and toe point back. Toe point forward and toe point back. Now, I'm gonna put the arm with it, and the arm is gonna do the opposite of the leg. So as I point my toe forward, hold it there, and take your arm and take it back. Now, leg comes back, arm comes forward. Leg goes forward, arm goes back. And we're just gonna do that for a few motions here. Make sure you're still breathing, don't hold your breath. Very nice. All right, next time the toe comes back, I want you to keep it there. I want you to lift it just an inch or 2 off the ground. Now, there's a challenge here too. If you take that leg just a little diagonal, you'll get a little deeper into the glute. There's 2 glutes that we're working right now. Maybe 3. And down. And I'm gonna kick my butt on this one. All right, and so let's do tree today. You guys good with that for a balance pose on this side? Oh, the resounding yes was just deafening. All right, so I'm putting my toes on the toes of this leg that I'm going to take up. I'm putting them on the carpet for starters, just to get myself, all the weight of the body is in that weight-bearing leg. It's straight but not locked. And this leg that's out to the side, it's just kind of resting. So I find that place. Now, a lot of times when we balance in yoga, we look for a drishti, a soft spot on the floor. So I've pulled my sole of my foot up to my calf. And I'm going to tap the chair. So my new practice is to be able to look out across the room, because they want us to be able to look up and out as we learn to balance better. So I'm looking back at those books. Now, I have my hands off the chair, see if that's available to you. Here's our first challenge, hands to heart. And some days it's there. Balance changes every single day. And some days it's not. Some days it's on one side and not the other. So I fell out of that one, but that's what happens. All right. Let's see what we did. Okay, we did walking gait. Oh, I want to do one more thing on this side. All right, so step forward with, it doesn't matter which leg, little space between the feet, step back with the back foot, and the toes are pointing out diagonally. This is our warrior one, right? And that knee in the front leg bends towards the toes. I can still see my toes though. Okay, so here's our position. Now this is really good for that soleus. It's really good to just hold this for a bit. And if you want, you can pulse it. That's another variation. But that muscle needs to get stretched. And we'll do one more lean forward, flat back, hinging at the hips, and come on back. Step forward, and we'll just do it on this side too. So a little distance between my feet. I don't want them right close together. A little distance between them as I step back. Back foot toes are pointed out on a diagonal. Front toes are pointed straight ahead. Knee goes to where I can just see my toes. Front leg is bent slightly. Good. And I'm going to hold that position. I want to stretch that calf, but specifically the soleus muscle. And we can do a little pulse. And breathe, and then a little forward lean at the hips, hinging at the hips, arms back. And come back up. And step down. All right, so coming to the other side, so you can step off to your right. Did we start with the walking gait? I think we did.
We did point the left leg.
Oh, we did, yes. Yeah, okay, so weight-bearing leg closest to the chair. Point. Okay, so our toes are back. Let's put our arm forward, and we're just going to walk. Arm does the opposite of the leg. Toes are forward, arm is back. Vice versa. Now, as we take our toes back, go ahead and just hold them there. A little greater challenge is to pick those toes a couple inches up off the back of the chair. You could use this as a balance challenge if you want, or you can just hold your chair, whatever feels good. Now, you get a little bit more of this ankle muscles here if you take your leg out slightly diagonally. If you have any hip issues, that might be unavailable to you. And back in. And then in. But, and I think we're ready for tree. Did I miss anything? I feel like I'm missing something. But you guys don't think so, so I'm gonna go with this. All right, so toes are on the floor. I'm just gonna get that position. I wanna check my posture, right? Pulling up out of my waist, shoulders are back and down. I find a nice soft spot about 6 to 8 feet in front of me to just focus on. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take that foot to my calf. Now the chair is always available, so you could be holding the chair the whole time. You find one side generally is a little different than the other. And you notice when you take a nice breath how that changes balance, how your body has to work to keep you upright. You know, I've been doing tree pose for so long, so many years, and it's always a new adventure every time. It really is. I mean, some days you have it, some days you don't. So we just keep trying. That's the important thing, right? I think that's it. I think we covered everything. So come on, sit back down. And if I ever get a chance to see the video, I'll find out if I was missing something. All right, let's go ahead and take our scarves. And we'll go ahead and take it around the left foot. Hold the scarf at one end in each hand. I'm sitting mid-chair now, closer to the edge, but I want to make sure I'm firmly on the chair. Good. And we're just going to lift it twice. Nice and slow. And then go ahead and put that strap in the same hand of the leg that we're going to extend. Sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to go hold my side of my chair. I'm going to choke up on my strap a little bit because I want to take my leg out to the side. Now, if you have any pain on this, you don't have to go far out to the side at all. You shouldn't have any pain ever, right? If your body says, no, this isn't available, then you honor that. Nice breath here, and then bring that leg back in. And now this leg kind of goes to the midline of the body. You can even go sit on top of the other leg a little bit. Sitting up nice and tall. You can pigeon toe your feet just to get a little more stretch. Pigeon toe the up foot. Nice breath. And now, if you can't get your ankle to your knee, you can always cross them here. Or you'll get a little more stretch if you can get that ankle up on the knee and draw that ankle underneath your knee. Good. Just sitting up tall is a nice stretch. Just drawing yourself up as if that string is pulling you towards the heavens, right? Nice breath here, and for a little more stretch, just a flat back lean. That means hinging at the hips, no rounding. And I really feel that today. Again, you step into a new body every day, so enjoy that, honor it. Nice breath here. And then if you want, you can go ahead and just take and do a little bit of motion like this. This gets that hip joint. Now, if you've had hip replacement, this is something you'd want to check with your doctor or your physical therapist. Make sure this is an okay movement for you. And then go ahead, if you can put one knee over the other, that's the challenge. If not, then you can just put both knees together. But I'm going to put one knee over the other, and I'm going to turn off towards the fire hydrant side of the, not fire hydrant, fire extinguisher. That'd be something if you had that in your library. Fire hydrant? I don't know. Nice breath here, and come back center. Let's do the other side. like to take it around the ball of my foot. I'm holding the strap in one in each hand, and I'm just gonna bring my knee up. And now extend that foot. Hold it with the hand, same hand of leg that's extended, and we're gonna go ahead and take it out towards the right. I'm holding the chair so I can sit nice and tall. Now I'm gonna go for that counterbalance. And then draw that leg in, flip the grip, bring the leg over the midline of the body, and I'm gonna pigeon toe my foot. Keep breathing. And then ankle to knee. Sitting up nice and tall. And hands come forward slightly, hinging at the hips. Nice breath. And come back up. And then if you want a little more into that rotation for the hip, yeah, that's good. So as I draw my heel up a little bit, the leg has to rotate out, extend out. And go ahead and draw that knee over the other knee, or just knee to knee. Sitting up straight. Remember with those twists, we want the low belly to start that twist. So I still have my ankle under my knee, and I'm taking my low belly first, and then I follow up with my torso and my shoulders, and then, you know, if you want to look over, so the neck can be involved in your twist as well. Sitting up tall. See if you can breathe here. More challenging, a twist and release. Come back center. Uncross your legs. Let's go ahead and take one foot out, toes to the ceiling. Nice breath. And hinging at the hips, we're just gonna walk down a little ways to get that hamstring as well. And come back up. Other leg. Toes up. Nice tall torso. Good job. Hinging at the hips. And let's just do one soccer kick on each side. And we'll do a little bit of our all right, start to sit back in your chair, circle one time around, hands to heart. And I would put my music on, but for some reason I'm not hooked up to the wireless, and I don't know if you have not sure if you have a locked wireless I can join or not. But just go ahead and close your eyes. Let the chair support you completely and let your muscles soften. Bless you. Thank you. Yeah, they're all locked. Does anybody know the password? Probably not. Okay.
Is it?
No, you don't have, you know what? You don't have to look for it. Okay, it's fine. all right. So no music, but I had to do my Christmas shopping, so I should have gotten that password before. All right, so, you can sit back in the chair. Let your breath settle, let your breath find its own pace. And search your body for a moment, just search and see if there's any place that's still holding a little tension. And let that go. Send your breath. And begin to allow your breath to deepen. Move your fingers and your toes. Gently open your eyes. And we circle one more time and we say namaste to honor one another. The light in me recognizes and salutes the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for coming, everybody. And after that incredible concert, which I didn't get a chance to see, but you all made it.
Yep, we made it.
Yep, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'll collect these, and there's no need to fold them all up. Hey, Terry. Cause I'm, that's yours.
She likes to move the chair.
There's no need to fold them, cause it's kind of